I can do. I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. Welcome to the NFL Power Hour right here on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. Everyone hit that like button. We're going over 2 NFL games today, and I've got 2 expert handicappers to do it. I've got Ross Benjamin, number 3 on the entire site right now, and I've got Nick Parsons, number 2 in the NHL. Before we get to that, though, I've got to tell you about the No House Advantage, all right? NoHouseAdvantage.com. This is for all of my fantasy players out there, fantasy football, hockey, baseball, whatever it is. Check out this site. They've invented a dynamic new platform for all new players. And when you use our promo code PandP, they're going to match your first deposit up to $50 so you can get started playing at NoHouseAdvantage.com. All right, first up on the list, number 3, hottest capper at picksandparlays.net, Ross Benjamin, everybody. How's it going, Ross?
Hey, it's going great. How about a 12-4-1 college football bowl season, 3-1 in the NFL on Sunday? So all is going pretty well, Ellie.
Excellent. Beautiful. All right. Well, hook us up with another winner right here. We're talking this Saturday, January the 7th game. The Chiefs are at the Raiders. Chiefs are minus 7.5 on the road, and the total on this one's 52.5. How are you going to play it, Ross?
Well, I'm going to look at the total here, and the numbers all point to a high-scoring game here. I'm sure the public will be all over that as well. And this is one of my exceptions to the rule where I'm going to agree with the general public on this one. I just can't ignore the numbers. I mean, since 2020, these teams have met 5 times. All 5 of them have gone over the total with an average of 61.6 points scored per game. Since 2020 as well, the Las Vegas Raiders have played 17-6-1 to the over at home, and that includes 6-0-1 to the over if the total was 51.5 or greater. And as you just alluded to, Ellie, the total is 52.5 in this contest. Kansas City has scored 28 points or more in their last 9 games versus the Raiders. And Kansas City also 6-0 over in their last 6 games as a road favorite of 7 or greater. And those 6 games average 61 points scored per game. Again, the Chiefs are a 7.5 point favorite here. And Kansas City, number 1 in total offense, number 1 in scoring offense. Las Vegas coming off a 37-34 overtime home loss to San Francisco. And boy, oh boy, impressive was their offensive numbers. They racked up 500 yards of total offense in that game against the number 1 scoring and number 2 in total defense, San Francisco 49ers. And Jarrett Stidham, I don't know if you want to call him a backup still, but because who knows what the situation is with David Carr, but he had a hell of a game throwing for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns against a stout San Francisco defense. I like this one to go over the total, Ellie. Kansas City, Las Vegas, over the total.
I like this over the total as well. I mean, if the Raiders want any chance to beat the Chiefs, they've got to go over. They're going to have to score the ball. It's just that simple, so it's got to go over. People at home, don't forget, we've got a special deal over on the site. Take any handicapper on our entire site, text your full name and number to this number, 775-403-5400, and you're going to get all 3 days of their expert picks for only $29. Like I said, Ross Benjamin, number 3 on the site right now. So why not pick up his 3-day expert packs for less than $30, people? All right, Ross, thank you so much for your insight and analysis. As always, we're taking it over the 52.5. Everyone like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Bye, Ross. Have a good one. Thank you. All right. Up next, I've got Nick Parsons coming in hot from the Insiders Room. We're talking Titans at the Jazz. But before we do, how's it going, Nick Parsons?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Normally week 18, we don't usually have these huge games, but we have a couple of them. So I'm excited to break this one down from my perspective.
Yes, I'm excited to hear it. Before we get going, though, again, we've got this special deal. It's a 3-day expert pass for less than $30. Pick your favorite capper on the site. The Insiders Room is a real good one to start off with. Text your full name and number to 775-403-5400 and get all 3 days of their expert picks for $29. All right, Nick, here we go. Titans are at the Jags, and the Jags are minus 6.5. The total on this one is 40. Break it on down for me.
Well, an exciting game on Saturday, the AFC South. It all comes down to this one. The winner moves on and the loser goes home. And I mean, these two teams are moving in opposite directions right now. So there's a lot going on in this one. The Jaguars, they've won 5 of 6, including 4 in a row. Their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, he's been nearly unstoppable over the last month and a half. And then on the flip side, you have Tennessee. It's lost 6 straight. The one thing, I guess, though, that the Titans have going for them here is that they last played the following Thursday. So they've had a few extra days off to give some people some rest, including running back Derrick Henry. But that won't bring back quarterback Ryan Tannehill on this one. But that means that Josh Dobbs, he's going to get his second straight start in this one. But also to their credit, last week, the Titans knew that it was going to come down to this final game. They rested a lot of their starters on both sides of the ball. One other thing that actually Tennessee has going for it as well as a situational capper, these are the types of situations that I look out for. It plays with revenge here. They lost 36-22 at home as a 3-point favorite back in week 14. Obviously, this is a bit of a tough one here. The books, they're hanging that 6.5 number out there, just begging you to take Jacksonville. And I think for the most part, the betting public has taken the bait. I see like over 65% of the money right now on Jacksonville. But the bottom line for me here is I think that the script could get flipped here in this final week. I just think that Henry, he's such a polarizing and dynamic figure that's been in these positions before. I think he could single-handedly keep his team in this one. He rushed for 121 yards and 7.1 yards per carry in the loss a couple of weeks ago. I think that Dobbs, he should be able to improve here. Last week, he wasn't terrible. He was 20 of 39 for 232 passing yards. He had a touchdown and an interception. Also, the Titans are really good against the run, and that should really limit Travis Etienne and make Lawrence a little more one-dimensional here. And also, Lawrence and the Jaguars, Ali, they're in uncharted territory here. You know, I have actually been on Jacksonville a few times during this run. But, yeah, I just think that Tennessee offers great value in this upset role. I'll stop short in calling for the outright upset. I do think it's possible, but I'm going to suggest grabbing as many points as you can. And I was talking with the editor before this started. I would suggest you could buy that extra half point to get it to 7, or even wait a little bit closer to kickoff. Surely more public money will come in on the red-hot Jaguars, and that number could rise up to 7. But that's my call. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say. I'd either buy it up or I'd wait a minute till if you wait until the end and it doesn't get up to a 7, buy it up to the 7. Why not? Or throw it in a teaser too. There's always that. I do love a good tease, but I'm with you. I like your breakdown on this. We've got, they did sit a lot of people last week knowing that they were going to be in this spot this week. So let's take some points with the Titans. We're going to see what happens here. I like it. I like your breakdown. People, find Nick Parsons over at picksandparlays.net. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. While you're looking for Nick Parsons at picksandparlays.net, you're going to find him under the Insiders Room. Just want to throw that in there. All right. Good luck, everybody. Have a great weekend, and let's make some money.